Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Health Made Easy. I'm your host, Dr. Jason Jones, your voice in a world of confusing health information, but I'm your practical voice in that world. So, today, what we're going to cover is what are the different forms of magnesium, okay? And which one is good for what? Because, you might want to take it for a particular reason. You might be taking a certain kind, thinking it's going to do one thing when it's actually doing something else. And this is going to help iron that out for you. Now, we've already talked about the fact that magnesium is vital as a nutrient for many bodily processes, a ton of them, including nerve function, blood sugar regulation, blood pressure regulation, bone formation, and so many more. And it's also a macromineral, along with sodium, phosphorus, calcium, chloride, potassium, sulfur. And you can get this mineral by eating a healthy diet of a wide range of foods, but it is very difficult to meet the needs that you actually have. So it's no wonder that this is such a big deal when it comes to a deficiency. So, what are the different forms? There are at least 11 different forms of magnesium that can be taken in supplement form or being found in foods. And we're not going to cover every single one of them today, but we're going to go over some of the more common ones. Now, magnesium citrate is a very common form of magnesium used to treat and prevent magnesium deficiency. This form is bound to what's called citric acid, which is sort of a natural laxative effect. It goes quickly through the digestive tract, but not as fast as, say, a magnesium oxide would do. But magnesium citrate comes in, a powdery form. It can be mixed in liquid. It can be taken orally. The good thing is it's more of one of the more absorbable forms. But again, because of how quickly it goes through the digestive tract, it's not going to be as absorbed as well as some of the other ones. But it is a good choice. Okay, magnesium chloride. Now this is a salt that combines magnesium with chlorine, and it's well absorbed in your digestive tract. But this is also commonly used for low magnesium levels, constipation, heartburn. And this can be taken in capsule form, tablet form. This is also very common in topical skin ointments and lotions, and what's called magnesium oil spray as well. Now, the next one is magnesium oxide. Now, this is the most common one that you will find in supplements at your typical, pharmacies, your big box retailers. It's cheap, so they can make a bunch of it and they can sell a bunch of it and market it as magnesium. But you may be thinking that, wow, this is some cheap stuff and I can take a lot of it. But what you don't understand is that it's basically magnesium salt mixed with oxygen, and it's the active ingredient in what's called milk of magnesia, which is over-the-counter constipation relief. Now this one goes through the digestive tract very quickly, so if you need to soften your stool up, this is the one you want to use. Pretty much for anything else, it's not that great. Okay. But again, if you need to soften your stool up, you have constipation or whatever, this is a good choice. Now, magnesium lactate is basically where you take magnesium and lactic acid and you put them two together. And then this form is naturally produced by your blood cells and your muscles, and your digestive tract actually absorbs it really easily. This is what makes it, I would say, an excellent option where it comes to taking larger doses of magnesium. Now, magnesium aspartate. This is where we take magnesium and put it with aspartic acid, and it forms a salt. Now, I got to tell you, I don't like this one. And it's a lot of times it's combined with zinc to increase serum testosterone levels. But anything that has aspartic acid or aspartate in it, I don't like that, and I think it's bad news, and I really do think you should avoid it because there's other ways to get what you need. Next one, magnesium taurate. Okay, now this one is one that has the amino acid taurine in it, and This one plays a big role in regulating blood sugar. So it also helps with preventing things like high blood pressure as well, and helps reduce hypertension. Now, the other forms of magnesium that may be better for your needs might include magnesium malate, often very good for people with fibromyalgia and chronic pain. Magnesium L-threonate, which is much more of an active form for the brain. Magnesium sulfate, which is like your Epsom salt that you maybe use in a bath. There's magnesium glycinate and a few others. But if you want us to get the full entire list, just go to our blog post associated with this podcast, and they'll all be on there. But the main thing is like choosing the right one is what's most important. Now, I'll tell you what I think is the best thing to do is you get something where there's a blend, where there's actually there's like 2, 3, 4 products or different types of magnesium in one product. That's probably going to give you the best bang for what you're looking for. Unless you're specifically trying to do this one thing, like say, I really want the best magnesium for my brain, then you would obviously go with the magnesium L-threonate. Okay, so hope this helped you out. This is Dr. Jason Jones. We're going to sign out here, but I'm going to see you guys on the next podcast where we are going to discuss certain foods that you can add to your diet that will actually help with your magnesium. And the good thing about that is they come with the cofactors needed to absorb them correctly. We'll see you guys in the next podcast. See you later. Bye-bye.